welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. This is your boy Hound Dog Buck 50. On this one, I'm stressing the importance of conversation. Now, with my channel, I do things a little differently. I give life advice, mostly relationship advice, and just helping the everyday man on approaching women. It's not no channel where I'm creating these topics that are like so hard for you to reach, like how to get 5 women in one day or whatever. Well, I mean, it's a reality to some, but I try to give you something that's reachable. And here's the thing: there's a lot of men who struggle with approaching women. No problem, because my channel is not about making you feel ashamed or belittling you if you say you struggle with that. That's not what this channel is about. So reaching out to me ain't nothing but a thing. But what my whole thing is about conversation. If you struggle with hollering, try conversation. Try conversating. Because conversation is the gateway to get a person to open up to you. A lot of times I think when men look at a woman they want to holler at, they just see the final destination, which is getting the number. But the conversation is oh so powerful. Conversation, it helps it helps create a bond sometimes. In a regular situation, you know what I mean? Let's just say if you're a landscaper, you go out and you have a drink, all right, and you might be a type of person, you catch anxiety trying to, solicit people for business. Okay, no problem. You having no problem with that? You go out, you have a drink, you see a person next to you. Hey man, how you doing? Ain't gonna hurt to say that. Most cases, every now and then you might find a rude, person. Most cases that person gonna be cool. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's your name? Frank. Oh, my name's Gary. What you do, Gary? I'm a landscaper. Oh, really? I could use a landscapers because, people that do the work around my house, and they're trash. You see? As a result of you communicating, it made the whole situation easier for you to solicit your business. Hell, some cases you ain't even have to solicit because it fell into place. It's very similar with women. I mean, the hollering is cool because, that is what men do. You holler because ultimately, hollering is the final destination. And sometimes there is a such thing as closing the deal. But if you struggle with that, if you can at least conversate with women, you are like more than halfway there. Because if you're in any situation where you run into women on a regular, work, church, school, college, whatever. If you're the type of person, let's just say there's 40 women in the room. If you can be cool with most of them, old, young, where you can talk to them in the coffee room or whatever, a lot of times your personal life will come up. They'll ask you, like, Frank, you seem like a nice guy. You handsome? I'm surprised. Do you have a girlfriend? These things are going to come up. Isn't that funny? But it's because of the communication. If you didn't conversate with those women, that would never come up. And then you may have a situation where, let's just say an older woman might say, you know what? I got a niece. You might want to meet her. I think you guys make a great couple. Let's just say you meet the niece and you're not crazy about her. Who cares? But the bigger part about that is, look where communicating with that woman got you. It created an opportunity. When you're talking to, like I said, a female, and you're talking all the time, the more you guys talk, you're creating a comfort zone. for both of you, really. You're more comfortable talking to her. She's more comfortable talking to you. It may come to a point where she's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna, watch Netflix by myself this tomorrow night. And okay, peep that. Women are not stupid. When they do stuff like that, it's calculating. She's strategically telling you that she's gonna watch Netflix tomorrow by herself. The gate is wide open. See, that's another thing about conversation. When a lot of times conversation just makes everything so much easier. For in a sports analogy, for those of you that watch football, you know how they have a saying: if you run the ball, it will open up the passing game. And that's the conversation. Conversation is like running the ball. It sets up the bigger play in the future. And sometimes a play just falls right into your lap. And even if, now a lot of times the female may not necessarily holler, but they all but sometimes holler because the gate is so wide open. You all but a dunce if you don't peep that the gate's open. You know what I'm saying? Because once that female is talking to you, and if she's sizing you up and she's checking you out, then they start getting personal. Like, what you like to eat, or why I noticed this about you, or you don't got no girlfriend. They sizing you up. They're comfortable talking to you now. So it's a beautiful thing when you can communicate, because when you conversate, it just is the gateway to opportunity. You know what I mean? It's like they have that saying, closed mouths don't get fed. It's so true. When you don't say anything, person really don't. Yes, okay, you're being proud, I guess, but it ain't getting you nowhere. If you can talk to a young lady, yeah, man, I was watching this movie. It was pretty good. Oh, it was a love story. Oh, really? You like those type of movies? Yeah. She might say, oh, I like those. I like chick flicks too. They say, no, you and her create a bond off that. Something so simple. You and her as buddies. Because the beauty about, especially, and here's the thing, this conversation thing is for anybody, because it's to help men. But here's the thing, there's a lot of dudes who are naturally charismatic. It's nothing worse than a charismatic, shy person, because you already naturally got it. You naturally know how to communicate and make people feel good. You just got that innate, something in you that holds you back. So for somebody like you, somebody like that, it's easy. Now, you got some people, I hate to say it, but some dudes really, they have a knack to just always say the wrong thing. And it's like, what made you say that? Now, for that person, this is still for you, because I'm here to help everybody. But I'm just being honest. It might be a little harder for you because, you're not wired the same way. But if you're naturally charismatic, the charm is there. You make people feel good naturally. So if you talk, forget about hollering. Conversate is the key. You go to church, you see a young lady, conversate. That's it. The conversation will always open up an opportunity. Trust me on that. The mouthpiece, man, is powerful, man. When you know how to talk, you just got to know how to talk and how to communicate with people. And also, when you know how to conversate, it also gives the impression that, okay, this ain't no desperate dude. He's an observer. He observes the land. He's not just jumping on everybody, So because the same way a woman can say, I liked him until he opened his mouth, you could be the same way. You can like that chick until you start talking to her, and you be like, nah, I ain't feeling that. So actually, the conversation is good on both ends. because you get to see if you and this woman can connect. So never sleep on the art of conversation, because it will create opportunities that you would have never dreamed of. So don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, and as always, peace, love, and whatever else you think of love.